Tracy, hello. I know this is a little quick, but I have a favor to ask you. Hello, Dawn. Is this favor you have to ask has anything to do with using my yard? Then I'm going to have to say no again. What? You're always telling me no each and every time, and I'm getting tired of it. And that's because no matter how many times you've asked me, my answer has not changed. I'm just being upfront and honest with you about it so that we're not wasting one another's time any longer. You're being cold though. If you keep all of that up, people are going to start calling you the boring and cold mom in town. Is that what you want? Do you have any idea what us other moms are already starting to call you amongst ourselves? What? They're calling you the Queen of Ice. Oh, is that so? If you don't want to be called that anymore, then let me use your yard. I just thought it would be the perfect place to have a barbecue party or something like that, as it beats all these crappy public parks. Actually, I was just assuming you guys were all calling me something worse, so I don't really care. And even if you were calling me something horrible, I still would not care. Huh? I'm not even friends with any of the moms you hang out with, Dawn, so I don't really mind what you all have to say about me. Huh? I've heard about you inviting other women over to your house to have coffee and tea out on your deck. And those are not other moms or anything. They would be my younger sister and her 2 kids. Huh? My little sister isn't too much younger than me, and her kids are around the same age as mine, so they come over often and have fun here. What? I had thought you were having other moms over to your house without me, but that doesn't seem to be the case then. Why can't you start inviting us over for a change? What makes us any different than your family there? Well, my family and your group of moms are quite different actually. They happen to respect me and my decision, and will never continue to pester me about my choices, even if they think I have no right being cold to them. Whatever. Just because you have that massive yard surrounding your house doesn't mean you're all that great of a person anyway. Are we done here yet? I'm still working at the moment, so I need to focus on that again. If you have anything else you'd like to talk about, let me hear it now. If not, then this is goodbye. Loser. I'm going to get into that yard of yours one way or another and do what I want with all of the other mom friends. I'll show you. Hiya, Tracy. This is about your yard again. No. What? Such a waste you are. But listen to this. I know about something that you might not like. What's that? I heard that you happen to work for the same company that my husband is working for. Oh, is that so? And when I compare my husband's age to your age, there is no doubt that my husband is higher up than you within that company. In other words, he's your boss, right? And if you're not going to listen to the wife of your boss like you have been, things might begin to get more troubling for you at your workplace. So, what are you going on about now, Dawn? I have never heard of any situation where someone like me would have to listen to my boss's wife. And I'll let you know right now that a company your husband and I are working for does not view the same thing you do, so please do not use neither your husband's position or mine in that way. Huh? As of right now, I'm not too sure what department your husband works for or what position he's in, so I'll have to take a look and see. But let me tell you right now that based off what I do know, it's better that you don't start pulling things like that with me. Huh? I'm not pulling anything with you. I think I have every right to, when my husband could get rid of you at any minute. Now you listen to me, Tracy. I think you're better off not talking to me like that ever again, unless you want to start crying over things I can make happen. I'm not so sure what else could happen if you fight back against me, but this is your warning. Alright? Let me say this one more time. I am the wife of your boss, and you'll listen to every word I say. You are going to let me use your yard for one day. This is an order from me, so there is no going against this. Tracy? It seems seems that starting this evening, you're no longer going to be at home, right? According to some other people, your husband has something going on back at his parents' house, so you're all going. You all won't be back until later tomorrow, right? That means your house is going to be empty for just one whole day. So in other words, this means you finally come around to listening to the wife of your boss and are going to let me come over there. I just happened to get a really nice grill from one of my friends that I plan to bring over. I'll set it up in your backyard, and then me and all my other mom friends are going to get together and have a proper barbecue party. So let me tell you once more, we are all going to be having a really nice barbecue out behind your house in the backyard, okay? Had you lent me your yard while you were in town, I would have let you come to this really nice barbecue where we'll be cooking up some really good ribs and a few porterhouse steaks as well. Well, it's too bad that you and your family won't be around for it. Anyway, we're all going to cook up all this amazing meat I have, and we're all going to eat it up without you. Tracy, listen, later on, can you make sure to give me $2,100? Turns out that I didn't get enough food for everyone to have, so we needed to go to a meat store in town and buy up some really high-grade stuff. So this will be the cost of that meat, and also the cost of some more liquor that we had to pick up in town as well. And of course, this liquor is all high-end stuff. One other thing, we're all going to be ordering pizza to be delivered. Along with that, we'll get some 2 liters of pop and other things to go along with the food like snacks for later. So with that all in mind, the cost will come around to $2,100. Since this barbecue is taking place at your place, you're going to have to cover the bill for all of it when you get back, okay? I've already planned on paying for all with my credit card, so after today, I'd like you to send me that money so I can pay it off. My God! Just thinking about all the fun we're having here makes me want to do barbecues at other people's houses even more. Well, I'm going to get back to it and start putting some more steaks on the grill. Huh? What is this? Dawn? Are you freaking kidding me? Going and having a barbecue at my house like that? Well, if it isn't Tracy, I want to know where the hell you entered my yard from as well. I just came in through your front gate is all. Well, I guess I had to do with a little handiwork with the lock, which may have broken it. But that's all on you since you chose to put a dang lock on the neighborhood's public barbecue park. Were you all trying to hog it to yourself? I have not been hogging anything. I told you time and time again every time you asked that you could not use my yard for anything. Do you remember? I don't want to have to keep repeating myself about this. This was an order given to you by your boss's wife, which means saying no to me was never an option for you. And I told you that it's not normal for someone to think that just because their husband is the boss of someone else, they can make that someone else do anything they ask. Well, you'll get used to it over time. Now, just like I told you earlier, I'd like to have that $2,100 handed over to me tomorrow. I'm not paying you anything. Also, when it comes to cleaning up the mess we'll make, you can do that when you get home from your in-laws. I'll also leave you to clean up all the plates and cups, as well as the grill for me. You listen to me right now, Dawn. What is it? Do you have any idea whose yard you're having a barbecue at the moment? Huh? Why you know exactly whose yard this is? I shouldn't have to answer such a stupid question that for you, right? But I will. This yard happens to be my husband's employee's yard. Oh, for crying out loud. Really, I never wanted to play this card with any of the moms in the neighborhood, but you all have given me no other choice with all the crap you've been doing here. What the hell is going on in that head of yours? That happens to be the CEO's house. What? The CEO? Your husband happens to be a manager in a manufacturing department for the Slow, right? He is, but... Hey, what do you mean this house is the CEO's house? In other words, the CEO of Slow. That would be me, so there you go. Huh? If you're not going to believe me, then you can try asking your husband about me, or better yet, take a look at the company's webpage and scroll to the bottom to learn about me. I'll think you'll be able to learn the truth really quickly then. What? This is all a joke, right? You're telling me that you're the CEO for the company my husband works for? I'm going to be coming back to my house tonight. I received a call from a neighbor a little bit ago, and he told me that you all have been making so much noise that it's disturbing the whole neighborhood. He also told me he saw you all slamming shots to get drunk quickly. He also explained that a lot of the flower beds around my house have been trampled on by you guys. And when it comes to the koi pond I have, you all have been throwing your trash into it. He was planning on calling the police, thinking you were all kids vandalizing my house, but he wanted to check with me first. Tracy? When it comes to all of this, my husband, I will definitely be talking with him about it. You hold your horses there. If you don't want me talking with him about it, will you be able to cover all the damages to my property just by yourself? You happen to be a housewife, so when it comes to the money you get, it's all coming from your husband, right? The amount of money you'll be paying me will depend on the extent of the damages to my yard, as well as based on how much I'm upset by all this. Also, there's one other thing. What? Sirens? The police? My neighbor ended up calling the police after we talked. As I said, he had every right to since I wasn't home and didn't know enough about who was all behind this time. But I was just having so much fun throwing this whole barbecue. Why did this have to happen to me all of a sudden? My neighbor told me he had gotten home a couple of hours ago. And that whole time, he had never noticed that my husband or I were not there. He had called me at first to tell me to quiet down, but when I told him I wasn't home, he said he should have known that sooner. After our talk, and him explaining to me the situation of what's going on, he said he'd do something about it. And I told him to go right ahead. Well, anyway, there's no point in me explaining to you what happened anymore. Now, I'll hear from you later. Tracy! What the hell is this you wanting from me $10,000 for the damages to your yard? Are you sure you're not overcharging me? I also found out you told my husband about all of this. He's telling me we're getting a divorce now. Do something about all of this, please. The last time I ever had to work a job was back in high school, and that was just a part-time job. Having to get back out there and finding a job now at all times, there's no freaking way I can do that. Hey, Tracy? I'm asking you nicely to please not look away from this. $10,000? That amount of money. I just don't have that kind of money laying around. My husband even told me to hand it all by myself now, so I'm not being helped by anyone. Tracy! Why are you not freaking replying to me? You're not even reading any of these dang messages anymore either. Hello? I'm going to be divorced if you don't do something about this. Hey! Help me to freak out! And don't charge me $10,000 for that party, okay? Listen to me, Tracy! The way my yard was left after the barbecue, well, it was downright awful. So in order to have some landscapers come in and fix everything for me, the price would be around $10,000. A few days after that party, the manager of the manufacturing department came to my house with $10,000 in cash and handed it to me before saying sorry for what his wife did. However, I really wanted that $10,000 to come from Dawn's sweat and tears so that she'd learn from it. A lot of people have told me to have some of the other moms there to pay up for the damages as well, but that will be sorted out later when they all have to go to court and face a judge for trespassing on my property. I'm going to assume some of them will get community service, and others will have to pay fines to whoever asks for them. My lawyer will be there as well representing me, so maybe I'll get even more money in settlements out of them all. As for Dawn herself, it doesn't seem like she's learned her lesson from all of this yet, and because of that, her husband was able to get the rights to his kid in the divorce, and all of them have left her. When all of this happened to her, I received one large text from her where she went all crazy saying all these slurs towards me and telling me how much she hates me. But when reading all of it, I thought to myself that I really have no more time for her, then I proceeded to block. And ever since that day, life at my home has really been quiet, and I've never run into Dawn or any of her annoying mom friends ever again. Thank you for watching and listening. We hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe. Also, feel free to leave a comment about what you thought about the story. We look forward to seeing you at the next story.
Hey, Pierre. You still not done running those errands in town yet? You still have desk work to do, you lazy piece of crap. Get your ass back here before I have to teach you why they call me the Punisher. Hey, wait. Are you just pretending to be out running errands while slacking off, you good-for-nothing deadbeat?
Hello, Benny. I know you're the manager of our department, but I called earlier and Chris, the assistant manager, answered. I told him I got a little delayed while out running my errands, but that I'd be back soon. I posted the same in the sales group chat just to be safe.
Huh? Well, this is the first time I've heard of it. Regardless, that doesn't change the fact that you still have desk work to do. Get your ass back here ASAP.
Would you mind telling me exactly what that desk work is?
Excuse me, boy? Wait a sec. No way. Do you seriously not even know what your own job is?
Of course, I'd usually be aware of what needed doing at the office, but since you asked me to run those errands first thing this morning, I'm not in the loop with everything today. I was under the impression I'd be able to leave on time.
On time? Get a load of this guy. You'll find a huge pile of documents on your desk when you get back. I want them all made into invoices ASAP.
What? Invoices? Since when do we have more invoices to make?
Don't talk back to me, kid. You know full well I already ordered you to get these done by the first thing tomorrow morning. If they don't get sent out soon, the client is going to start asking questions.
Benny, please. I can assure you, you didn't tell me to do any such thing.
You got memory problems, kid? Get your head checked out. My demented grandpa's sharper than you.
I'm pretty sure I didn't forget, actually.
Did I ask for excuses? No. Quit whining and get your ass back here now. You're staying at the office until these files are finished, even if it means clocking out at 2 a.m.
What? 2 a.m.? Benny, please. You know I can't do that.
What's that? More whining. I'm sick of this already, kid, and I don't want to hear it. Not only am I your boss, but I'm also the son of the CEO of this company. Do you hear that? Did you hear that? The CEO. My word is law, and my order is absolute. You either obey me, or you find another job. Do I make myself clear, kiddo? Meeting someone. Ah, I see how it is. So you'd rather get frisky with some cheap bimbo than do your job, would you?
I'm supposed to be meeting one of my guy buddies.
Ah, I see. So you're one of them damn homos, are ya? Yuck, even worse. In any case, your work is your first priority, and that ain't gonna change. You're a member of society working in the big wide world now, kid. Work always comes first, and that's final. I suggest you snap out of this moronic college student mindset before I snap you out of it myself. You hear me?
Benny, please. It's not that I don't think work is important. I value my job a lot.
I tell you what, kiddo. You can ignore me, your boss, and the son of the CEO of this company, if that's what you really want. But believe me, it will have severe consequences when it's time to renew your contract again. Let's just say you better have a resume ready when that time comes. I trust you know what that means.
I understand.
Hey, Pierre, you useless piece of crap. Anyway, what kind of dumb name is Pierre anyway? What are you, one of them hairy French homos? Suck my baguette, moron. Wait. What was I messaging you about again? Oh yeah, there's still some work left for you to do today. Unless you want to go home at 2 a.m. again, I suggest you get your ass back to the office right now.
What? You mean there's even more work to do?
Even more? What the heck's that supposed to mean, kiddo? You just work slow, that's all, sloth boy. How long is it gonna take you to realize you keep getting stuck with overtime is because you work slower than my dead grandma? What am I saying? There's no way a 60 IQ pea-brain moron like you could understand the meaning of hard work.
You can insult me as much as you like, Benny, but you're forcing me to do at least 3 times the workload as other employees, and that's a fact.
I'm your boss and the CEO's son. You should be honored to receive work directly from me. Watch your tone, kiddo.
Why do you keep calling me kiddo? We're the same age, for crying out loud. Whatever, fine. I'm sorry, okay? Happy now?
It's a start. Now, your job for today is to tidy up the storage cupboard.
Excuse me? Is that really something that warrants me doing overtime until 2 a.m. in the morning?
Think of it as training. If you can do this to a good standard, maybe, just maybe, there's hope of you doing your desk work properly for once. Jeez, kiddo, how dumb are you? You're the only person in this office I have to explain things so simple to. You really are a useless piece of crap.
Fine, I understand. I'll tidy the storage cupboard.
Hey, Pierre. Sorry to message you on your day off like this. Is now a good time to talk?
Oh, hey, is that Caroline? It's been a while since we messaged. It must have been, what, at least 2 months now since I was in the sales department when you were doing your newbie training?
Yeah, I think it was about that. Time sure does fly, huh?
I still see you in the cafeteria sometimes, but we never get much chance to speak, what with being in different departments on different floors now.
Yeah, you're right.
Anyway, did you want something? Is this about work?
No, well, did you hand in your resignation?
Yep. I haven't been feeling too great lately, and things show no sign of improvement, so I figured it'd be best to leave before things get out of hand. But wait, how did you know? I told Chris I wanted him to keep it on the down low for the time being when I handed him the letter.
Oh, sorry for not clarifying. I just happened to see you go into Chris's office and hand him the letter. I couldn't hear anything, but based on the body language and atmosphere, I kind of figured it could only be that. Don't worry, I don't think anyone else knows, and Chris definitely didn't tell me.
Ah, I see. I guess in that case it can't be helped.
Anyway, there's something I want to say to you. I'm really sorry.
Huh? Why? Why would you apologize to me, Caroline? Did something happen?
You've been doing overtime until 2 a.m. in the morning for the last month, right?
Well, yes, I have.
I heard Benny has been forcing you to work way over your contracted hours. No, scratch that. Beyond what's reasonable on a basic human level.
Yeah, he has. Staying at the office overnight is forbidden, which is why he told me to lock up and go home at 2 a.m.
Still, 2 a.m. in the morning? That's horrible enough. I can't believe he'd do that to you.
Yeah, I don't really like to complain or make a big deal of things, but to be honest with you, I haven't been having a great time lately. I think maybe I became numb to his crap because I've been putting up with it for so long, but you're right. It's not normal, is it?
Of course not. Listen, Pierre, I need to tell you something. There's no doubt about it. This is all my fault.
How could Benny being a jerk possibly be your fault?
Well, remember back when you were with sales and I was doing my training when I almost tripped over that extension cord and you caught me before I hit my head?
Oh yeah, I remember.
Well, I found this out later, but apparently someone else at the company saw us after you caught me, and only after you caught me, so it kind of looked like we were, well, you know. With that, a rumor starts that me and you are seeing each other, and before you know it, half the company is talking about us.
Wow, seriously?
I take it you had no idea then?
No, not at all. This is literally the first time I've heard of it. Man, that's crazy. But actually, now that you mention it, I have had this unshakable feeling that a lot of my coworkers have been cold and distant with me lately.
I wonder if that's why. So it has had an impact on your work life then. This is what I was worried about. I'm so sorry, Pierre. You don't deserve any of this.
It's fine, really. It's not like you tripped over on purpose, right? Besides, it's also not like I've been totally excluded at the office. People just seem a bit off with me sometimes is all. Despite Benny being a complete jerk, I can't deny he's handsome. And he does seem to be pretty popular with a certain kind of woman. Not only that, but he's a CEO's son. It's no secret that Benny has had a thing for you for a while now. It's no wonder people are cautious about being seen with me if everyone thinks me and you are dating. Anyway, what does any of this have to do with me being at the office until 2 a.m.?
The thing is, Benny hasn't left me alone since I joined the company. If it's not random compliments at work, it's date invites or expensive presents. I don't think a day goes by where he doesn't hit on me in some form or another.
Wow. I knew he liked you, but I had no idea it was that bad.
Right? Now imagine his fury when he hears the Pierre and Caroline are dating rumor. It wouldn't surprise me if that's why he started being so hard on you with the overtime. In fact, I think it'd be weirder if it wasn't related.
Right. You're right. That makes perfect sense.
I really am sorry, Pierre. I can't believe things got so bad for you. I'm quitting the company too.
What?
I'll be handing in my resignation at the start of next week.
Whoa there, Caroline. Hold on a second. You don't have to quit the company on my behalf.
But even if I do stay, what future awaits me here? Without you around to bear the brunt of his dick swinging, I'm bound to be the next one in his crosshairs. I've seen the way he treats you, and I can't let things get that way, so I've decided to take preemptive action.
Ah, I see. Well, I can't deny it. I can definitely see that happening. Especially if you deflect his romantic advances. Still, you've barely been at the company for 6 months. Are you sure you want to call it a day already? You don't need me to tell you how bad the job market is these days. Are you sure you're ready to go through the hassle of finding something else after you worked so hard for your spot here?
It's fine. I already have something arranged. My friend from college asked me to help her with the procedures to set up her company, so I'm gonna focus on that for the time being.
Ah, I see. I guess it's not a big deal if you have something else lined up.
Anyway, what about you? Will you start looking for another job?
To tell you the truth, I have something lined up too. I can't say much more than this, but the short of it is, I got headhunted by Globex Corporation. They've been trying to reach out to me for a long time now, but I figured all this crap with Benny was the perfect opportunity to finally take the plunge.
Wow, really? You're gonna work for Globex? That's amazing!
To be honest, I was pretty happy with my job before Benny got on my case, so I never seriously considered their offer. But now, I think a change of jobs might be just what I need.
I see.
My official departure date is exactly 1 month from today, but I still have a bunch of paid vacation to use up, so my last day would be in 2 weeks' time. This conversation stays between me and you, okay?
Of course, understood.
Hey, kid. You're doing overtime again today.
Good morning, Benny.
Heard you left at the regular time with everyone else yesterday because it was my day off. You think you're so clever, don't you, you sneaky little rat? Mark my words, kid. The slacking ends here, because I'm back to make sure you don't slack off for another second. You're dreaming if you think I'll give you any time to smooch your girlfriend.
Actually, today is my last day before I go on paid vacation before I leave the company.
Huh? Wait, what? You're leaving the company?
I couldn't let you know yesterday because it was your day off. But I'll officially be leaving the company in exactly 2 weeks. Thanks for everything, Benny. It's been an experience.
Wow. I see. I was wondering how long it'd take you to crack under the pressure and run away with your tail between your legs like the little bitch you are. So you really are quitting, huh?
Yep. Me and Caroline handed in our resignation on the same day.
Huh? Wait, what? Caroline's leaving too? Come on. You couldn't just be a man about it and leave on your own, could you? You had to go and drag your girlfriend into your freaking mess, huh? God damn you, asshole. I had my sights set on that girl. Ugh. A little longer and I would have been able to steal her from you. Just know it.
Steal her from me?
You and her are dating, right?
Huh? We are?
What? You mean you're not?
Nope, we're most definitely not. Us residing on the same day was just a coincidence. We were both surprised when we found out we were both resigning at the same time.
Wow, are you serious?
Yep. Listen, Vinny, you'll have to excuse me. I'm heading out to see a movie soon, so I'll have to shoot off. Man, it's been ages since I went to the movies.
And boy, am I hyped. Hey, wait, kiddo, I'm not done with you yet. Have you heard anything about where Caroline's going next?
Nope, nothing.
God damn it.
Oh yeah, that reminds me. She did say she was changing her phone number when she left, so you'll probably be wasting your time if you carry on messaging her like you have been doing.
What? Hey, what the shit? How do you know about that?
I'm going now. Goodbye, Benny.
Hey, Pierre, buddy, are you there? You didn't change your number too, did you? Hey, pal, are you there?
No, I didn't. What do you want? I officially left the company yesterday, so you could have no reason to message me anymore.
I want a job at Globex Corporation. Make it happen.
Excuse me?
I heard about how you got an offer from Globex to be the manager of the brand new department to oversee their expansion into the electric wheelchair industry. If that's true, I'm a way more suitable candidate for that job. So quit screwing around and get me in. Don't worry, if you do this for me, I promise to make you my assistant manager.
Wow, this is hilarious. If I'm not mistaken, this must mean you got fired from the company?
Huh?
Caroline pressed charges against you for the stalking, right? With that, your past victims at the company finally felt emboldened to speak out against you. And within a few days, there was a 20-strong group of female employees giving witness statements. I hear your dad flipped out at you when he found out about you forcing me to stay at the office until 2 a.m. in the morning, too. Then to top it all off, someone in HR found out that you've been misappropriating company expenses while carrying out a routine bookkeeping check. While you may be the CEO's son, there's a limit to how much your dad is able to turn a blind eye to your misdeeds when your presence at the company means constantly having to deal with criminal investigations and bad PR. It was only a matter of time before you got fired.
How the hell do you know about all this?
Sure, I might have been on paid vacation for the last 2 weeks, but I was still an official on-the-books employee until yesterday. Besides, I was also one of the victims of your domineering attitude, so I was privy to certain information.
God damn it. This seriously happening to me?
Anyway, to answer your question, there is absolutely no chance I'm getting you an introduction at Globex Corp.
But why not? I'm elite. The best of the best.
An elite waste of space? Sure, give up, Benny. It's hopeless.
Hey, you watch your mouth, kid. Think about it. You might have moved up in the world now, but don't forget who raised you. I was your boss and I taught you everything you know. You owe me.
Wow, you're clearly more detached from reality than I thought. If you must know, I got headhunted by Globex, and actually, they've been reaching out to me with offers since before me and you even met.
What the hell? You got headhunted?
Yep.
But why would they go after you when I worked at the company too?
Would you just forget it already? I'm not about to throw away the generous offer they made me. For someone who would beyond a shadow of a doubt cause huge problems for the company the moment he set foot in the building.
This is a direct order from your boss.
Wrong. You're not my boss anymore. You're just some tragic unemployed loser who thinks he's more important than he is.
What?
Anyway, I have a web call with the CEO of Globex soon. Peace.
No. Wait. Please give me a job. These compensation bills keep turning up in the mail. I'll never be able to pay them off without a job. Please, I'm begging you. Pierre. Pierre, I need a job.
You may be wondering how a moron like Benny ended up becoming department manager in the first place. It turned out the main reason, as expected, was that his dad was the CEO. Given their nepotistic practices, it was no surprise when the company went bankrupt 2 years later. Funnily enough, the first domino fell because of a series of blunders by a panicked and stressed out Benny in the weeks before his dismissal. Even after he left, the shockwaves of his incompetence continued to be felt, and before long, the company went under. His dad, the CEO, was naturally livid, and last I heard, he's currently forcing his son to pay off all of the loans he took out in the last few months before the company went under in a desperate bid to save it. Apparently, being the vengeful type, is now forcing his son to work 365 days a year without breaks to avenge the failure of his company, which he blames entirely on Benny. As for Benny himself, he did used to be handsome, but now, even his looks are gone. I don't know if it's the stress of being swamped with debt, or being forced to work endlessly by his tyrannical father, but in any case, he looks like a guy twice his age now. Oh yeah, there was one more thing. Me and Caroline started dating for real. We're having a blast together. I feel amazing when I'm with her, and I hope we can get married one day. Here's to the future.